want to reshoot two movies here with Antebellum and Devil at a Time out now. Both films do have a similar in common. They both partially take place in Virginia, which I used to, of course, live in anyway. So I decided to do my top 10 favorite movies that takes place in Virginia. There's been some pretty good, interesting films that have, taken place in Virginia over the couple years. So with that being said, here's my 10 favorite movies that takes place in Virginia. Number 10 is a recent one, and that's the Harriet Tubman biopic, Harriet. Now, of course, Harriet, was filmed in Virginia in the fall and where spending times in, in Richmond, Virginia. And of course, it's been like through other states as well, whether you talk about Polton, Chamberlain, and all. Anyway, I gotta say, Harriet was a pretty good one. Cynthia Erivo, I thought she definitely gave a really good Oscar-worthy performance as the role of Harriet Tubman. She played that role just perfectly. Some of the other cast members, like Janelle Monáe, was terrific. This movie was really solid. Yeah, the Virginia setting I thought was pretty cool. They really, they did a pretty good job at turning Virginia into 1800s Virginia and they did a pretty good job with that film. Number 9, I'm going to go with the film Lawless. Now, this movie takes place during Franklin County of Virginia, and it takes place in 1931. And the Bondurant brothers of Franklin County of Virginia runs this multi-purpose backwards establishment that hides their true business in this. And you got middle brother Forrest, portrayed by Tom Hardy, who is the brain of the operation, while older brother Howard, played by Jason Clarke, is the brawn, and the younger brother Jack, played by Shia LaBeouf, is the lookout. And so, through the local police have of course taken bribes and left the brothers alone. And you got the violent war that erupts when this sadistic lawman, played by Guy Pearce, from Chicago arrives to try to shut down the Bondurant's operation. You got Mia Wasikowska and Jason Clarke in this, who both just appeared in Devil at a Time, which another film that takes place in West Virginia. You got the likes of Jessica Chastain was in this. You had some interesting cast members. Lawless, I guess you say, is part Western, but it's a terrific one. If you guys never really seen Lawless by now, definitely give Lawless a shot. It's a really terrific one.
So if you want to go to a bar,
Alright, number 8, I'm going to go with the comedy Major Payne. Now, this film does take place in Charlottesville, VA, and you got Damon Wayans, who portrays Major Vincent Payne, who lives, breathes, and sleeps warm, but he ends up being being horribly discharged from the Marines due to the lack of awards. And so Payne, who's the natural born killer here, ends up pretty much recruited, becoming this army sergeant for these young folks and all. And Damon Wayans, I thought, was terrific in this. Major Payne is hilarious. Damon Wayans, plays this army cadet really well. You can really buy him as an army cadet. And he pretty much has to train pretty much ends up, I guess you say it's like a comedy version of Full Metal Jacket in a way. But of course, he has to end up training these group of junior ROTC members, shape them up and all. Damon Wayans, probably one of his best work, in my opinion. Major Payne is hilarious. If you guys never really seen Major Payne, definitely give it a shot. Number 7, I'm going to go with The Patriot. Directed by Independent State director Roland Emmerich. It takes place in Westmoreland County, Virginia. And in it, Mel Gibson portrays the role of Benjamin Martin, who's the unassuming man who is forced to join the American Revolution when the British ends up trying to take the farm away from him. And so, together with his patriotic son Gabriel, they end up facing the vicious red coast with heroism that reflects and the stubborn pride of a young country's most dedicated supporters and all. This is actually more violent than Braveheart, really. Not saying it's as good as Braveheart, but the violence in this is pretty gruesome. You got Heath Ledger, Jolie Richardson was in this, Jason Isaac was in this one. The one who plays Mel Gibson's son in this was pretty good. The Patriot is a really terrific one. You know, crazy movie got released like 20 years ago. It's awesome. You know, if you guys haven't really seen The Patriot by now, definitely go give The Patriot a go. It's a really good one. All right. Number 6, I'm gonna go with Donnie Darko. Now, this movie takes place in Middlesex, Virginia, where the Tyrell Donnie Darko lives. And here, during the presidential election of 1988, a teenager named Donnie Darko, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, walks out of his house one night and sees like a giant domestic rabbit named Frank. He tells him the world will end in 28 days and all. And he's of course dealing with mental illness and all. Jake Gyllenhaal plays this role perfectly. It was really the movie that put Jake Gyllenhaal on the map. You got loads of other great cast members. Drew Barrymore was in this, Patrick Swayze, Janet Malone was in this film. Donnie Darko is really creepy. It's pretty terrifying at times. The Domestic Rabbit is a pretty creepy one right there. I mean, if you guys have not really seen Donnie Darko by now, definitely give that one a shot. Number 5 is a horror movie that takes place in Virginia, and that is Wrong Turn. You know, this of course takes place in West Virginia, and it's about these group of friends who pretty much encounter these cannibals in West Virginia, and they're some most creepiest characters you'll ever see here. I mean, you got a character named Shoot Fingers in this. They're pretty much cannibals. They'll just eat left or right. All of the movies, of course, took place in West Virginia. Although I believe the first one is the only one that actually ever got fully shot in Virginia. The other ones got shot in other states, but they pretend like they took place in West Virginia. But that aside, Wrong Turn, it's loads of fun. It's gory. It's gruesome. The first one is not as gruesome as the sequels, really, but it's still a really fun time. If you got, you also got Eliza Dushku was in the first one, Amanda Shariki, Jeremy Sisto. And if you guys have never seen the first Wrong Turn, go check it out, and then of course check out the other ones because they're pretty fun films to watch. Alright. Coming in at number 4, I'm going to go with Mission Impossible. Now, the whole movie doesn't really fully take place in Virginia, but the CIA headquarters is set in Virginia, so parts of the movie do take place in Virginia. And Mission Impossible, you got Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt doing, once again, crazy stunts, as Tom Cruise always does. Pretty much all the Mission Impossible CIA offices, of course, take place in Virginia, so there's that. Anyway, Mission Impossible is one of the coolest action movies of 1996. It's spawned loads of sequels. We got a new one coming out next year with Tom Cruise once again doing crazy stunts. I cannot wait to check out the next Mission Impossible film. You also had, Ving Rhames was in this. Brian De Palma directed. If you guys ever see the first Mission Impossible, definitely give that one a shot. Alright, number 3, I'm going to go with Pocahontas. Now, this is, of course, an anime film that, Disney's anime film that takes place in Richmond, Virginia. And, of course, Indian women named Pocahontas and Captain John Smith are betrayed to the, pretty much journey to the New World with other sailors to begin fresh lives. The raccoon in this is pretty hilarious. Of course, the real Pocahontas and John Smith, they end up pretty much growing up in Richmond, Virginia. So, yeah, Pocahontas is not really one of my favorite Disney movies or anything, but it's still really iconic. Has some really cool music in it. It was not really a film that, it wasn't a Disney film that stood out to me the most, like The Lion King did or anything. But hey, Pocahontas is still iconic. I believe Vanessa Williams actually did the music for the film too, so there's that. It does have some pretty iconic songs. And if you guys haven't really seen the anime Pocahontas movie yet, definitely give that one a shot. Alright. Number 2, I'm going to go with Dirty Dancing. Now, it is shot during the Mountain Lake Lodge in Pembroke, Virginia. And parts of the movie do also take place in upstate New York, but still, Dirty Dancing is one of the most iconic dance movies there is. You know, of course, another Virginia movie with Patrick Swayze in it, so there's that. Jennifer Grey is terrific. I mean, the iconic dance moment is just iconic to watch. Dirty Dancing is just super iconic. It's terrific. It's entertaining. It's very heartfelt. It's cute, charming. If you guys ever really some reason never seen Dirty Dancing, it's a really good one. Alright, my number 1 favorite movie that takes place in Virginia, it is Remember the Titans. Probably one of the most iconic football movies of all time. The movie takes place during at T.C. Williams High School in Alexandria, Virginia. And of course, you got Denzel Washington as the famed coach in this. Remember the Titans is definitely one of the best football movies there is. It's really iconic. Denzel plays the coach really well. You also have some other cool cast members. Remember the Titans is such a great one. Even if you're not a football fan, I'll say you'll still enjoy Remember the Titans because the inspiration aspect's terrific. Performances by Denzel's good. The Virginia saying is really cool. I mean, it definitely, I really quite do like the Virginia saying in this. Because, of course, the true story does take place in Virginia. So, obviously, you're going to need this thing to take place in Virginia, you know. But, anyway, that aside, Remember the Titans is a really great one. If you guys haven't really seen it, definitely give that one a shot. Alright. That's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10 Harriet, 9 Lawless, 8 Major Payne, 7 The Patriot, 6 Donnie Darko, 5 Wrong Turn, 4 Mission Impossible, 3 Pocahontas, 2 Dirty Dancing, and number 1 Remember the Titans. There's some other ones. Let me pull up some of the other film credits. Gods in General is a good one. Deep Impact, Body of Lies, Big Stone Gap, Loving, The New World, let's see, John Wayne's film, Shenandoah. They got a couple of live action Pocahontas movies here, National Treasure, Wish You Well, the film The Birth of the Nation, Arlington Road. Some pretty interesting ones here. Zero Dark Thirty. But let me leave it to you guys. What's some of your favorite movies that takes place in Virginia? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here, Team Movie signing off.